Alcatraz, an island surrounded by the cold, unforgiving waters of San Francisco Bay. Once home to some of the most dangerous criminals in American history, it is now a place that has become as infamous for its ghostly inhabitants as for its notorious past. The ghosts of Alcatraz are said to roam the corridors of this abandoned prison, forever haunted by their past actions. But what if the walls of this place hold more than just the stories of its prisoners? What if the souls of those who died within its confines still linger, seeking justice or revenge? Opened in 1934, Alcatraz prison was originally designed to house the most violent and rebellious criminals in the United States. The island's remote location, surrounded by cold waters and strong currents, made it impossible for prisoners to escape. It housed some of the most notorious criminals in history, including Al Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, and Robert Stroud, the infamous Birdman of Alcatraz. While Alcatraz was seen as a fortress of security, it was also a place of suffering. The isolation, harsh conditions, and brutal treatment led to many dark events. Over the years, the prison became a symbol of misery and punishment, with its eerie atmosphere drawing more attention as the years passed. When the prison finally closed in 1963, it left behind a trail of ghosts and unsettling stories. But Alcatraz's darkest legacy was not just its criminals, it was the souls that were forever trapped there. Even though Alcatraz was officially closed for decades, it seems that the spirits of its past prisoners never truly left. Those who have visited the island, whether as tourists or paranormal investigators, report an overwhelming sense of dread and unease, especially when exploring certain areas of the prison. One of the most frequently reported ghostly encounters occurs in Cell Block D, the prison's maximum security area, often referred to as the end of the line for the most dangerous prisoners. The feeling of being watched is overwhelming in this section, and visitors often hear the sound of chains rattling or the faint echo of distant footsteps, as if someone is walking the hallways, invisible to the human eye. Some have claimed to see shadowy figures lurking in the corners, while others have felt cold hands gripping their shoulders, though no one is near. Another chilling location is the block, the solitary confinement area. The prisoners kept in these small, dark cells were subjected to complete isolation. Visitors to this part of the prison have reported hearing the sounds of screaming, as though the trapped souls of those who were tortured still cry out in anguish. Some even claim to have felt an icy presence in the cells, a reminder of the torment that once unfolded within these walls. Among the most frequently seen apparitions is that of a figure in white, often spotted near the warden's house. This figure is believed to be the ghost of a former prison guard who tragically died during his shift in the 1930s. His presence is often accompanied by the sound of keys jingling and the faint sound of footsteps in the halls, as if he's still on patrol, guarding the souls of the men he once watched over. But the most chilling story comes from the ghost of James Whitey Bulger, a notorious criminal who died while in federal prison, though many believe his spirit was tied to the oppressive energy of Alcatraz during his time there. Visitors have reported seeing a man in a long dark coat who seems to vanish into the walls as if he's still walking through the prison looking for his escape. Another well-known apparition is the spirit of an unknown prisoner who is said to have committed suicide in one of the prison's most isolated areas. Paranormal investigators have captured his haunting voice in the form of a disembodied whisper over the years. He is believed to linger, forever lost in the halls of his former prison. One of the most terrifying paranormal investigations took place in 2017, when a team of expert ghost hunters spent a night in Alcatraz's Cell Block C. As they entered the cold, dark section of the prison, they began to hear footsteps behind them. No one was there. The temperature dropped suddenly, and cameras began to malfunction. But the most terrifying moment came when one investigator felt a cold hand wrap around his wrist, only to turn and find no one standing behind him. As the investigators left cell block C, they reported hearing a low growl, followed by the sound of something being dragged across the floor. Some believe it was the spirit of a former prisoner, still trapped in the despair of Alcatraz. The ghosts of Alcatraz may never find peace, forever trapped within the walls of the prison that once held them captive. The stories and sightings continue to intrigue those brave enough to visit, and the island remains a hotspot for paranormal investigations to this day. But the question remains, are these spirits simply the products of the past, or do they still hold power over the land they once occupied? What do you think? Do the ghosts of Alcatraz still haunt the island, or is it all just legend? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true paranormal stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the past never truly leaves us.